G'day viewers, fixing it with Enos, building the cat run. Anyway, we're just building the bridge at the moment to go out the window. Already installed the cat flap. You missed that, but never mind, doesn't matter. You'll see it, it's pretty straightforward. Anyway, just going to screw these rails to the platform so we can fix the leg. There we go. Go, successfully split the timber. Okay, that means you've done a good job.
How would you prevent splitting the timber?
Drilling a hole.
Pilot hole.
A pilot hole. Yep, we didn't do it in this time. Beautiful. Well, we can leave that there for now. We can flip it over and do the other side in a minute. Doesn't matter if it's not quite in line. It's only a bridge and it's only temporary, so no one's going to be looking at it. Let's see. Let's turn that over. Okay. A bit of a tip, viewers. You want to get your screws in line, or roughly in line, just put a long board across and line up the two screws at each end. And you just make some marks across, and then you're not going to miss it. Well, hopefully. Go. That's it done. Now we've got to get a board on the end to screw our frame to. Right, let's pause. I need to think about this for a bit. Okay, now we're going to make the legs. So we'll welcome back viewers. Yep, fixing it with Enos, and Connor's helping. So he's a bit of a mini-me. So anyway, we're just making the house cat safe for Connor and Amy's new cat. What we're doing, we're going to make these legs. 660 is my first height that we need. And so I've done a little tick here, you can probably see. That just denotes what side I'm going to cut on the line. Okay. So from here we've got 610 is the next one. Square it off, just put a line to guide. Okay, use a square as a guide to cut. Awesome. All right, let's go and get the bridge. All right. So, we've got a longer one here, shorter one here. I think. All right, screws. Done. All right. There we go. Roughly. Looks a bit agricultural, but she's going to work. So, here we go. Old Tux is going to have a wonderful time. Right.
What's next?
What's next? We've got to bend up the mesh. Get that fixed to it, and then we can work on what else we need to do. So, let's go and set up bending mesh. Here's the mesh. And here we're just using, what does it say on the label? Yep, Rappo mesh, 900 by 1200. And she is 25 by 25 square, and probably a, oh geez, 1 and something mil thickness, I'd say. Just enough for what we need. So, what we've got to do is build a clamp. So what we need to do is, okay, 1.2. So 1.2. Let's do 50. We need 2 of those. Okay. Right. Cut these. Doesn't have to be accurate. Screw one of these down. All right. Going to use that as a clamp. All right. What we've got to do is determine the height, what we need. So, but we can't go too high because we've only got so much room from the bottom of the ramp to the rail on the old bird cage. Come over and let's have a look. So, We've got 260. I was thinking 250 as in height, but we need to come down. We'll just see it's 35 mil. No, it's not. It's 45 mil. So we've got to have a look at our mesh, see what size our square. Well, they're 25 mil. So really, we just want maybe one and a half squares down. So marker pen. Let's just have a look. So see where squares end up. You zoom in down here, Connor. We can have a look. So we want, well, we've got 45 mil, right? So that's 25. So if we do, let's just do 40 for argument's sake. We do 40. Okay. So that's the top of our platform. We go up 260. Where does that take us? Pretty well bang on. So because we want to bend it sort of, actually no, we want to bend it in between. So 260 is there. That's 50. It's far too much hanging down. It's a bit of a waste. So what we'll do is we'll go from here basically to 50. We'll go in the middle of here. Or we could just sneak a little bit out of that. Well, let's go 255 and we'll bend it just before this rail. Okay, so we go there. What's the total amount? So we can get it there. So we've got 295. 295. You guys might think about doing this a different way, but every man to his own. Okay, so there's our bend. So we want, what's the width of the, it was 240, wasn't it? So what we go is 240. Okay, it's almost pretty well perfect there. So we'll just mark it there. This is for our other bend. There it is there, there it is there. Okay, we've got that right. Good. And then we want, what was the height again? Well, from there down, which is 295. So we want to go from here down to here, 295. Basically takes it to here. Cut off the last 3 runs. Cool. Not much waste. It works out good. Righto.
Awesome. So you're lining it up on those rows.
Yeah. So there. I might have to screw it in the middle, but let's just clamp it for now. We could probably screw it down actually. Okay, let me get the drill and the screws. Alrighty.
Do you need a hand?
No, that's all right. Thank you. All right. There we go. Brilliant. Right, let's take that off. We'll be in the next one. Well, that was good. Ended up going right through the hole. It's, I know my chances were quite good, but still. All right, well, we're happy with that. Okay. There we go, that's looking good. All right. And all we've got left to do is cut the other end, and then cut the angle. But we need to make sure that we leave a little tag on each end, just mainly on the cage end, just so that we can fix it to the cage. Anyway, there we go. Look at that, hey? It's pretty sexy. All right, let's have a look at cutting the end, eh? It's just going to get me tin snips. Back in a jiff. I was saying, some people might say, why are you using tin snips? Why not use a grinder? Well, noise. It is Sunday. So, we'll keep the noise down a bit, as much as possible. Alright. Done. Okay, 10mm there. 40mm there. And for the height, 60. So, right, we need to do, let's get the bridge down here. Yep. I should have bought that when I came down, but never mind. Needed to measure it in situ anyway, so. All right. Oh, too daisy. Let's put that. There we go. So that will go like so. Now we haven't got a great deal of wiggle room, have we? As in length. So we need that's got to bend out this way. That's got to bend out that way. So from there, so if we put that there, so how much room have we got here, Connor? Have we got 60 out, or almost 50? Plenty. No, that will work out awesome, because that will come up so it clears the top of the door, so we can actually fix it to the fly screen. And then we only need 40 really this way, 50 is going to be fine.
You'd be fixing it to the timber against the fly screen.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, ultimately what we want to do is put a frame around the top of the cat door, which is attached to the fly screen, if possible, just to give the fly screen a little bit more stability for the door opening and shutting when the cat's going through it. So anyway, I think we've got it in the perfect position. So what we need to do is cut here, boom, boom. We've got to bend it from the bottom of the timber. This one here we can cut down through here, that there, that will bend out that way, this will bend up that way, it'll bend out that way. What we'll do is we will, I think, fix this to the platform, then cut everything, bend it all in place, and then we can get it over, get it up against the cage and see how it sits. Then we've got to look at cutting a hole in the cage. We'll probably have to use the grinder for that. Anyway, we could do that tomorrow. Let's have a look here.
So we're just lining it up to put the staples in?
Yep. Just line it up, put the staples in. I've got to find me marks again. What did I do? Oh, that's got to go over one. Now the top of the door is about 160 anyway. So that'll actually work out quite good, I think. So if we keep that about there, we can, hang on, I'll just go and get my hammer. If your viewers want to know what sort of hammer I use, or this one, I like East Wings, but this is a Plumb, American made, one of the best. Oh, that's 2 there, and that's good. And we need, okay, so about there. Perfect. All right, let's have a look here. Let's do this end first, because then we can line that up. So a little bit by a little bit.
Why do you do it like that?
Because if you just go and bend it, it'll all bend in the wrong spot. So you just do a little bit at a time, and where it needs to bend, then, I mean, fabricators would probably have a different way of doing it, but that's how I found to be able to do it, and it looked relatively okay.
Fabricators probably have two big long magnets or something that clip together and then...
No, they do it in a press.
Or in a press, of course.
Yeah. Right, so that's that one done. Now we've got to look at that end, but that's... got to cut that. This is more the trickier end.
Because of the angle?
Yeah. Let's have a look. What did we want on there? Well, I did mark it, didn't I? Boom, boom, boom. Where we've got to cut it. That's right. We've done that already. So let's cut that. Approximately.
Good enough.
Yep. It'll be fine. Okay, so we need to do this one. There we go.
That one, right? Yeah.
And this one, just go like this.
Oops.
That's part one jobbed of the cat run episode. Stay tuned for episode 2 where we fit the bridge and cut a hole in the bird cage, and please like and subscribe, it's free, and I'll see ya.